As my fellow countryman Shakespeare wrote in one of his sonnets, "Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark." Pay attention, Raka and Teddy. "Whose worth own none, although his height be taken." There will always be good times and bad times in any relationship. The commitment of marriage allows each of you to celebrate the good together and get through the bad. Marriage takes work, but will be tremendously rewarding, believe me. It can never be taken for granted. You will both continue to discover facets of each other you never knew for years to come. The key is to stay faithful to each other and enjoy doing and continue exploring all the things you like to do together. I'm sure everyone knows that both Josh and Emily were friends for several years, working together at Accenture in San Francisco. As I understand it, though, although recollections from different people don't always match up, their first interaction was when their boss asked if they had met. Emily apparently immediately said yes, a portent of future events perhaps, but Josh said no. Interesting. Josh claims he didn't remember meeting Emily until they met again 2 weeks later at a conference.
So on the flight over here, Emily told me that my vows had to be serious and that I couldn't make too many jokes. So while I was going to start with a joke about us doing our vows and getting married in a castle and how you are my queen, we don't actually say that. We never say that. And so you're the boss, and that's what I say to you. But really, we've come full circle. So what started as a first meeting, or meetings, one may say, from work colleagues who would grab lunch together, and then to the day the timing was right and we became more than friends. And it's always been natural, and it's felt like we could be our true selves, and I love that about us.
We had met in California, in San Francisco. And so originally we were thinking, okay, that makes sense. We should get married around the Bay Area. And then when we started looking at venues around there, honestly, there was just so many restrictions. Like, you can only serve wine and beer. You have to pack everything up by 10 p.m. We were like, I think for this price, and for what we can get something like way better in France. I was like, I bet we can get married in a castle in France for like what we would get. Then we just went to Google and we looked for weddings at castles in France, and Château Challain came up for us. So we fell in love with just the way the castle looked. We saw a bunch of chateaus that we were like, okay, we shouldn't like land on the first thing, that we see. So we did a little bit of shopping around, comparing like, okay, other chateaus, but nothing really compared to Challain. So that's how we ended up here.
A lot of people, in my family in particular, this was their first trip to Europe. And what better place to have them come and enjoy a wonderful venue and setting like Château Challain. And I was so excited that this was the reason that they were finally going to make the trip overseas. And once they did that, everybody kind of made a whole trip of it. And either they started their trip with our big celebration, which we love, or they're ending their trip with the big celebration. And, I think I couldn't ask for anything more than the people who are willing to travel and celebrate with us.
Everyone went out of their way to make it such a seamless experience for us, truly.
First off, we just want to say thank you so much for everyone who came, traveled so far to get here and celebrate with us. It really means a lot. I think when we were planning this day, Emily said 120, and I thought, no way. But here we are. We're almost at 100 people here to celebrate, of our closest friends and family, traveling thousands of miles to be with us. It really is touches our heart that you all made the trip to this wonderful venue. And I think it should be an awesome weekend. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the welcome dinner. The tagline of the castle is Fairytale weddings here. And so this is our Fairytale wedding. We're so glad you're all here and a part of it. And we're really looking forward to celebrating with everyone this weekend.
It wasn't an easy journey for many of you, so I would like to express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to you all who are here, as I am, to celebrate the love between Emily and Josh.
What a beautiful dream has come true today. Truly magical that we are all here in this incredible chateau. Joshua and Emily are well-traveled adventurers, and how perfect that they set their wedding in this place, allowing us all to stretch our imagination and show us what we can all do for love. Thank you all for being here and being the circle of love and support that Josh and Emily will always remember.
I'd like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Tam for raising their beautiful and sweet-natured daughter, Emily. I know it is a very moving day for them to see their only daughter finally betrothed. I hope this is an auspicious date in the Chinese calendar. I also know how excited Josh's mom, Laura, is for this day to happen.
Thank you for raising such a wonderful son. Thank you. I can see a lot of the compassion that he has came from you and how you brought him up, and he's a very kind man.
It would be remiss of me not to mention Josh's late father, Gary, whom I know is with us here today in spirit.
Thank you. Glenda, thank you so much for coming.
Like Emily, the Maui recommendations really nailed it for us. So thank you for being a part of that. John, thank you so much for participating in the wedding with us and for being such a big part of our lives as we were growing up.
So proud of the way you turned out, and all the best to both of you.
you, Ben, for everything.
Yeah.
Every time we spend time together, it just feels like, we can go on forever.
It's been really great to have you guys so close, and you're our closest family, and it feels like that every time we're together. So thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad, for everything. You have never-ending kindness and generosity. With your time and your energy, you've always invested it in your family. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you so much for welcoming me into your family and letting me and raising such a beautiful, smart, intelligent, and caring daughter.
Thank you, Mom, for everything. I know you sacrificed a ton in your life, and you haven't always had it easy, and you taught me the meaning of what it is to be strong and independent. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Mom.
On everything you've done and how you've raised such a wonderful, wonderful daughter. So thank you for welcoming me into your family.
Thank you, and welcome to our family. Very happy for you for this day.
I stand before you as an extremely proud and grateful father to send my most sincere blessings and words of fatherly love to my precious daughter. But look around. This is a wonderful place to have a wedding for a fairy tale princess, my Princess Emily. You have grown up so fast, and I still remember the day you were born. You were so tiny and precious, and I held you in my arms and promised to love and protect you and care for you always. As a little girl, you always loved to hug and carry your Winnie the Pooh bear plush, and you took it everywhere you went. Even though eventually it became dirty and worn out over time, it was still your favorite toy. Also, I remember the nice boat ride that we took with the music and singing along the ride about It's a Small World After All. It was a very catchy tune and it's very nice, and you were looking everywhere to see all the different places and countries and, the animation. As you grew older, that fairy tale story continued. I watched you, Emily, blossom into a beautiful, smart, and independent person. You are everything a father could ask for in a daughter, and more. You have always been a joy to our family, and we love you dearly. I am so very proud of the person you have become. And now you have found your Prince Charming, Josh.
Joshua came into this world 8 minutes after I arrived in the ER. With Gary holding Matt in tow, there was no midwife, there was no physician. He was just going to come into the world independently. And that he did, and he has carried that independence that Mr. Tam speaks of his daughter, and I speak of Josh, same trait. It shines through him today. Joshua is an inquisitive, creative, intelligent, empathetic, humble, and playful person. These character traits have both astounded my late husband and myself, as well as tested our patience. In other words, the playful adventures also landed him into some challenging predicaments, but we're not going to discuss those here.
Josh, welcome to our family. You are a smart and considerate person who loves Emily with all your heart. And we've seen that every time you've come and have you both in our home. You treat Emily with respect and kindness, and you're a hard-working, responsible young man and a great cook.
The first two, some would consider positives in Josh's favor. He has hair, and he has a job. Number 3, he lives in California, but obviously Minnesota's better. And I added one more difference today. He likes to dress up, and I do not.
Next, Joshua loves golf, fishing, camping, hiking, and of course hockey. Got to bring the hockey in here.
I haven't known Emily very long, but within the last couple years, she was there for the 2 hardest, most difficult things I've ever experienced. It's the hardest, most difficult physical accomplishment of my life, and it's climbing Half Dome. Been mentioned already. Josh told her it was 2 nights of camping and 1 long hike for his birthday. I don't think she really understood what she was getting herself into, and I also didn't know she was scared of heights either. And you really get to know someone's determination, ability to overcome and conquer fears, willingness to try something new, being able to get out of your comfort zone, and making it to the summit of Half Dome. So yes, Emily made it to the top, and I was so proud of her for that. So during those 2 times in my life, you have proven and shown me you will be the perfect woman for my brother to spend his life with.
As roommates, we of course shared all the big and little things, and we talked a lot about what we wanted in terms of like romance and love and what was going on. So I'm going to start with what Emily did not say. Emily did not say, I hope my future husband forces me to do long hikes and sleep outside. I hope he has a Jeep that breaks down all the time and sometimes even gets towed. That will be really exciting. I hope he wears leopard print to music festivals. And I just really, really hope that he's a white guy from Minnesota. Again, Emily did not say any of those things. And I will say, even though Emily couldn't have predicted the specifics of her love story, she definitely did predict the most important feature of it, which is Emily always told me that what was most important to her was to feel cherished. And that is how Josh completes her love story. Josh, I see how you cherish Emily, spending so much time with you. I see how you cherish her intellect, her loyalty, her doggedness, her ambition, her opinion, her humor. You cherish Teddy. I know you cherish all facets of Emily. And I see how important it is to you that she feel valued and loved. And I'm so happy that you were the one for her.
They are both well-traveled. Josh has been to Europe, Asia, South America, and many places in the U.S. And I know you will continue to travel, and that's going to be a beautiful experience that you share together. But I will say, when you seek to explore the mountaintops of life, and literal mountaintops, right? There is inevitably some tumble and strain, but the view from the top is quite glorious, and the lessons learned very enduring.
And I don't recall who asked who first, but it was probably me. One of us asked the other if we wanted to walk our dogs together. And our 3-hour walks through Golden Gate Park concluded with dinner with Megan and Zach, our roommates at the time, first sporadically, and then eventually this became nearly a daily ritual. Long dog walks and corn pod dinners during the weekdays became hikes and farmers markets trips on the weekends, and everything felt easy and came really naturally. He kept showing up for me in ways I didn't expect. taking me on a camping trip in the desert to meet your friends, introducing me to your family after only a few months of dating, cooking extravagant meals for you, and taking me to adventures from Yosemite to outside lands. All my life, I was told I was too much, too emotional, too intense, too difficult, but I was never too much for you. Our taste in music, your passion for EDM, reggae, and jazz starkly contrasts my love for 90s and 2000s hip-hop and top 40s. Our upbringing, your long family history growing up in the Midwest, contrasted with my Asian immigrant parenting in New York City, side effects being my love for creature comforts like running water and my poor driving skills. While our interests may vary wildly, you never made me feel like I had to hide anything about myself. You embraced my softness and my edges, and words can't express how much I appreciate that. I also witness it with the friendships you carry as well. You welcome everyone with open arms, and you have an uncanny ability to easily build bonds with strangers. Our shared core values of prioritizing experiences with each other and nurturing deep relationships with our friends remain a constant for us.
I have seen how happy you make each other. There is a strong bond based on trust, friendship, and love. Having supported each other through good times and bad times, you've grown stronger as a couple. This really means that you're truly meant to be together.
The thing that took me by surprise was we didn't know the carriage ride was coming, and I don't think anybody knew that. And so when Emily showed up there, that just kind of added a cherry on top of all the special moments. And yeah, the whole ceremony was really great. I mean, couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, it was really magical.
I love that you're incredibly thoughtful. You're so empathetic to others, and it's just so incredible. I love that you're fiercely loyal. You stand up for what's right, you stand up for what you believe in, and you're always there for me, my family, our friends, and everyone. I love that you're incredibly intelligent, you're brilliant, you're a thought partner in life, and you're really someone who can touch my intellectual curiosity. You can be my confidant, and you're someone that I can really believe in and speak anything about.
Both united two families and two sets of friends. I ask them now to promise they will support your marriage with joy, love, and optimism. All those who wish to promise their support, say, I do. I do.
I vow to always listen to you and understand your feelings, because you're almost always right anyways. I vow to match your fierce loyalty, but be by your side regardless of the situation. I vow to take care of you whenever you're sick. That includes making you soup and making sure Emily's pharmacy is always fully stocked. I vow to take care of you, or I vow to continue being a good dog dad to Teddy and Rocca and any future additions to our family, furry or otherwise. I vow to ensure that you're always caffeinated and fed, even if that's a self-serving commitment. I vow to never stop loving you, never stop finding new things to love about you, and never stop finding new things to love together. Emily, I cherish you and every minute of the life we're building together. I can't wait for everything that comes next.
I love how you show up for me in the little day-to-day moment, how much you care for me and the puppies, making new recipes, taking care of me when I'm sick. Your patience and willingness to put in the work makes all the difference, and you never give up on us. You make every effort to make my dreams come true. Because, I mean, let's be real. It wasn't Josh's dream to have a castle wedding. Without further ado, Josh, I promise to put you in our relationship first. I promise to do my best to keep all the DJs and bands that you love straight, because there are so many. And I will never stop trying to convince you that Taylor Swift is the greatest artist. I promise to be more brave when it comes to scaling great heights with you, both literally and figuratively. I promise to love you fiercely and to always be by and on your side. I promise to be your sounding board and support you in achieving all of your hopes and dreams. And I promise to help you feel all of your feels as you help me move through mine. You've shown me we can do really hard things together, and you've challenged me to step out of my comfort zone time and time again and go to new heights, literally, conquering Half Dome while I was crying all the way down. I love our life that we've built together so far, and I can't wait to see what's come for us. You've changed me for the better, and I'm excited for us to grow old together because I think we make a pretty amazing team. I love you, Joshua.
Emily and Josh, I love you both very much, and I wish you all the best in your marriage. I hope you will always be happy together, and always remember this day as the start of your happily ever after.
Our journey is one of seeking, climbing, falling, as well as experiencing the joy on the mountaintop and the sorrows when we fall. And love is being there steadfast through it all, with our family and friends surrounding us with love and support. So remember the view from the mountaintop and from the chateau is glorious. But what I witnessed in this young woman was letting, how she supported Josh in pursuing the passion and pursuing things he loved. And that, along with some faith, some trust, and definitely some patience. It's just a beautiful gift to have in a marriage. And that brings us to the doggies. Josh and Emily obviously love their dogs, as do the rest of us. Rock and his other 2 doggy dads are even here with us. There they are.
And then, of course, Emily was invested because she had been to the farmer's market. And so she had to stay all day for the cooking and for dinner. So anyway, I think, Josh is a great chef, but it was more clear that he was in love. And Emily, I think you needed to find someone that you could cherish. I never see you laugh more than when you're with Josh. I see how he challenges you. I see how you value his appreciation for experiences and people. And perhaps most importantly, I see how you value how steadfast he is on his values around family and friends.
I love that you stick by your commitment and routines. We can always count on you to show up. We can always count on you to be there when you say you will, and I love that about you. I love that we can have fun doing the boring things, whether that's going to the grocery store, going on a car ride, doing errands. You're always there. We always have fun. You may bust out some weird dance moves, but it's always a good time. And that's the moments in life that, you spend the most with your partner, and I appreciate that so much. More than all, I love that we can always be our genuine selves around each other. It's felt like that from day one. You accept all my quirks and who I am as a person. So thank you. Your strengths truly balance out all of my weaknesses, and you're exactly what I've dreamt about finding in a partner.
May your bride and groom era, your newlywed era, and every era that is to come for you two be filled with happiness and love. I love you both. Cheers.
Lastly, we've heard how compassionate Joshua and Emily are. I've always been able to share my joys, my fears with Joshua, and I knew he would listen. I think this empathetic heart is what Joshua saw in you, Emily. When she came alongside him and was with him and with us for my husband's final days with us.
And then the next two are what have kept us close into adulthood, and I'll cherish the memories from these experiences together. Electronic dance music, reggae music, and music festivals. We danced and partied at Phoenix M3, Snowda, Outside Lands, and California Roots festivals, plus other shows, and it's always a great time. We love the outdoors, adventuring and traveling. Camping, hiking, skiing, snowboarding, beaches, waterfalls, and international travel. And the last similarity, but most important in this speech, is Asian girlfriends. loving each other and committing to each other for the rest of their lives. And that's what this day means for Josh and Emily. So I love you both and congratulations.
Tous mes vœux et félicitations pour votre mariage. Vous pouvez maintenant embrasser la mariée. You may now kiss the bride.